I would be upset and just run to my room and cry.
All of the nerves travel from the brain down through the neck. And then we want to bring the hands almost like a butterfly. Can you feel it when she does it?
Not really.
Okay.
Are you doing it?
How are you feeling right now talking about it?
Sad.
And you might like to imagine that you're almost holding a ball, and you can bring your palms around that ball and you can shape it, making it bigger. And just coming to a time and space that's just for you. And I'm going to be here to support you quietly with my hand. Hey, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay to have a cry.
Okay.
And then you stretch this way. So you kind of rest on your right shoulder.
This is very conspicuous. The physical distance that you put between yourself and someone could tell you a lot about your relationship with that person. During the pandemic, there was a 1 meter distance, right, that you had to keep between you and the other person. I think in order to establish a connection with someone, right, touch is not the only thing. There's other ways of showing someone that you love them or you care for them, and I think it's very personal and very customized. But I would be interested to find out what a touch therapy actually is.
So I'd never really lived outside of Australia, so it was a massive culture shock when I first arrived. It's so different. And I'm just grateful to be here. But I think it took people a while to figure out who is this Angmo and what is she doing and what are her intentions. We need human connection, and there's science that shows that children who grow up that are hugged more, develop and thrive.
My mom would probably go, "Are you crazy? What's wrong with you?"
I guess I felt like something was wrong with me, and this deep sense of shame. I didn't have words for that experience. I just thought something's wrong in this world, but I better not let anybody know how I'm feeling, so I better just smile. When we've got trauma, some of the things, we're ultimately seeking safety and belonging, and so we will do anything to get it.
I understand.
But it's mostly unconscious. At the pandemic, as everything emerged, there's been this new readiness, and I formed Illuma Health, and our very clear mission is to help people heal from trauma and become the social impact that the world needs. So the first touch hold that I'm going to teach you is just containment of the top of the head. You can see that I'm behind the hairline. So if I were to go too far forward, how would that feel, Nia?
It's like a helmet.
Like a helmet. So when you pair a verbal cue with a touch, the body listens and responds immediately. Take your time to center, and then bring your hands like this and like this. So these fingers should kind of just touch. Yeah.
And then
So bring them to the side here and let your fingers meet underneath the back of her head and then turn over. So usually in a session you would sort of hang out here for about 10 minutes, and all that's happening is her body is assessing, is this a safe person?
just allow your head to relax and drop into my hand.
Can you feel it happen? It's immediate, right?
Just allow your attention and your breath to come in between my hands.
Can you feel it when she does it?
Not really.
Okay.
Are you doing it?
You're nodding, you can feel it?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I've always felt like all my family's expectations are on me. My mom had really sort of wanted me to not live her life, and she wants what she deemed as a better life for me. So she was really strict. For example, if I had an examination and my test results came back, and out of 100 points, any point lesser I'll get whacked, on the hand, Asian style. I would be upset and just run to my room and cry.
Okay. How are you feeling right now talking about it?
Sad.
Sad. Thanks for sharing this part of your story with me. All the way, don't hold back. That's right. Good. All the way. Good. 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 You can squeeze as hard as you like. That's right, you're not going to hurt me. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay to have a cry.
Maybe a stretch.
Have a good stretch. From a relational point, as a therapist, my job is to understand what the harmful dynamic was and how that has manifested in you in terms of coping mechanisms. So in your case, it's to brace and to perform, to know what the body really wants to do, which is to curl over. I knew right away that it was my job to create a space where you do not feel you have to perform. When we start to touch something really deep, we can only go into it if it's truly safe, and often it's not. When you have therapy, it's not a one-off process, it's a dynamic that builds over time. And so when you slowly started to follow your impulse, when you squeeze, there's some of the stress that would be held or the trauma in the hand comes out and then relaxes. I'm afraid that my authentic expression is going to hurt someone else. Therefore, I dare not express how I really want to feel. We suppress and we either hurt ourselves in the process. The world is really hungry for healing, and I think that our task is to create the conditions and dynamics to make that possible. We're all craving so much social change right now, and I believe that it's our own healing processes that will allow us to become the social impact that the world really needs.